A millionaire.
Hi, hello.
Hey, what's up, my man?
Hey, yes, hello, what's up? I'm doing well. How about you, Hieu? How are you
Doing
today?
awesome.
Nice. You look at your hairstyle. Like, is it like a Korean one?
No, it's very Vietnamese one.
Nice. Really? No, I'm the Vietnamese one. You're not. You look like Korean celebrity.
So let's get this thing on the road.
Yes, yes. All right. Here's the things that I'm supposed to take the IELTS exam. I guess like 42 days later from now. So, 43 days. Yeah. So basically, I have about 1 more month to go, and then I intend to do whatever I can to like get the best preparation for the test. In
Hmm.
that case, then what do you think is the best thing to do during this time? Should we practice
Uh,
the forecast, or I talk so deep about certain topics, or like I practice on the developing the ideas, which is the thing that I lack the most. Like there's two things that I lack the most, which is about a fluency and coherence, and at the same time is the pronunciation. No, the pronunciation is better than it used to be. So I guess it's
mhm.
about a fluency and coherence and grammatical range. You know?
Grammatical range. Yeah, I think if you want to take the test, you should already know what your weaknesses are and
Yeah,
different
that
areas to improve.
yes, like fluency and coherence. Those are the things I need to work on the most. And the next
Uh-huh.
is about the grammatical range. And then the
Grammatical
lexical
range.
resources. Yes, and the last is
So
the
so everything
pronunciation. Yeah, yeah.
basically.
Basically, yeah.
I should note that the speaking tests nowadays they're pretty harsh on candidates.
Mm.
By that I mean they're giving a lot of candidates, high level candidates, a low score than they actually deserve. This is
Mm.
something that you should prepare for.
Yes. And what is the reason behind that?
I don't know.
Mhm. Like the high level candidates, do they or are they not like qualified enough to get a high score, which is like they get a kind of new benchmark so that their mocking process become like harder than it used to be.
Don't know. I honestly
Mm.
have no idea why that happens.
Yeah, and
But
I
one
read
thing we can do is to apply for a remark, and hopefully with
yes.
a senior examiner listening to the recording a second time, you'll get a higher score. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. For a second. Yeah. So, what do you think that we should do to work on the fluency and coherence?
Fluency and coherence.
Hmm.
I
I
think
think. Hmm.
two things stopping you from having a better fluency and coherence. The first one is probably words. It takes too
Hmm.
long for you to think of words.
Hmm.
So I would just only focus on simpler words that I can think on the top of my mind
Hmm.
right there and then in the test. I do not want to spend too much time on finding the words. As soon as you try to do that, then your fluency drops.
Hmm. Yes.
Mm. The other thing may be not having a clear structure on what to do. So
Hmm.
you going on too many different main ideas without focusing on each of them.
Hmm.
So it goes back to the problem of listing too many ideas, not
Hmm.
focusing on one.
Hmm.
Two common mistakes I feel.
Yes.
And if you can improve that, then it'll be much better.
Hmm. So what I need to do, I think, is that the process of mastering the words that I usually use, and at the same time, like the ability to develop the ideas, so that I don't. It doesn't take a lot of time to think of the new ideas and how to structure those kind of ideas. I think that those are the things that I need to do the most. So it's partly like mostly in part 2 and part 3, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. So to develop the fluencies and coherence, should we like try different type of topics at one meeting, or should we do the other thing, like talk deeply about certain topics but different questions, or should we practice like the questions in the questionnaires in the forecast? What do you think?
To practice different questions, different topics. It's how you stretch the range of your vocabulary.
Okay. Okay. All right. So with that, then let's open their like kind of forecast, and then I will send you the forecast for this quarter, and then you can pick out any topics that you want to test, and I will try my best to deliver
No,
the
don't make me
answer.
pick. You should pick. You should know which topic causes you the most problem.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Got it. So first of all, I didn't think about this in advance. So let me think. First thing first. Okay, here. Yeah. So yeah, Hieu, before that we move further, and I know it's kind of sensitive, but let's talk a little bit about the price and the fee that you want for the class, so that I know that I need to have some financial settlement for it. So normally, how much does it cost you? And then yeah, in the class with me, Len. Can you share with me some insights?
No, I'm not charging you any fee. I'm just helping you out.
Wait, no, it's your time is valuable. I know this. Your time is valuable, so I don't want to
No, it's
do
just
you do.
one session, so it doesn't. It's not a. Doesn't matter.
Really? Oh
Helping a
my
friend.
gosh. Oh my gosh, this you don't know that how much it's helped me this time, especially this time.
Let's not waste any more time. Yeah,
Okay.
let's get to it.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah. Let's like we go to part 2,
Yeah,
right?
what questions do you have problems with? Yeah.
Problem with
like
me?
lack of ideas, or
Well,
not enough words, or
let me see. Yeah. Haven't thought about it before, so let's choose the number of this month, number 10, right? Topic 10, describe difficult decision that I had made, but it had a good result. Yeah. Okay. So with this, then I will have 1 minute for preparation, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Try not to keep silent. Tell me your thought process. What are you thinking now for this topic? How do you plan?
I'm trying to
thing to talk about.
I'm trying to think about, first of all, what should I say about this? The typical decision. It's mean like I need to talk about a time that I had to make a hard decision.
Obviously.
That
yeah, but what decision?
That I had to decide. It should be like I need to.
I know what you have to do, but what are you thinking at the moment? You have only 1 minute.
Okay.
Make up your mind. Choose a decision.
I think that I'm gonna talk about Yeah, I think I'm gonna talk about the decision when I had to decide what university I had to go for uh, at the time that I finished the high school time. So at that
Okay.
time, like after the high school graduation, you have to participate in to a kind of a university entrance exams, and at that time, you have to decide like what kind of a university you have to go for. Yeah. So
Okay.
me myself at that time I was quite good at three main subjects, which are math, English, and literature. But at the same time, I have a keen on
Had a
English,
keen on.
math. Yeah, I had a
Had a
keen
keen
on
interest on. Okay.
yeah, I had a keen in yeah, I had a keen interest in physics. So, and that's the
Uh-huh.
reason why I chose the second. I went for the second choice, and then
Second choice. What's the first
yeah.
choice?
So the first choice is to study for the to apply for the universities which accepted three main subjects, which are math, English, and literature. But because I had
Okay.
a keen interest on like math,
Keen interest
math
in. I
in
was
yeah
keen on. Keen is an
yes
adjective.
yeah. So I got a keen interest in math, literature, and physics, and that's the
Okay.
reason why I went for it. Then I took the test with a lot of preparation at that time, and let me
Took a
see.
test with preparation.
Yeah, yeah,
That doesn't make
no,
sense.
it doesn't make sense.
You-
Like I prepared a lot for the test because like I wasn't good in physics
Mhm.
at that time. Even
Gotcha.
though that I liked it, but the fact is that I wasn't good enough, and
Okay.
so I need to spend a lot of time for physics, and because my English at that time wasn't bad at all, so I just need to spend the majority of my time in physics.
Okay.
Before I took the test,
I
I
still don't see why this is a difficult decision.
oh yes, I
Why is it
hmm,
difficult to choose physics or
yeah,
choose a university
right.
maybe?
Ah, because
In the planning stage, this is
mm,
something that you should come up with a reason for it.
mm, yeah,
Can't keep just
right,
dabbling about physics and the subject and how much you know about it.
yeah,
Why is this decision difficult?
yeah, that's right. That's why I need some time for planning.
It's
Okay,
not
so
answering the
I
question,
think
right? That's the
yeah,
problem.
I'm difficult question, difficult decision. Yeah, I need to make it clearer. Then
Why is it a
well,
difficult decision? Well, there are some
I,
suggestions for you.
yeah,
So basically, if you want to go for physics, you need to describe or explain how it's difficult, right? Then you could
uh,
say, for the entirety of your high school period, you've always focused or spent a lot of time on studying what is the humanities subjects, okay, like
uh,
literature, English, biology, and not maybe not biology, but history,
yeah,
things like that,
history.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you know a lot about these things. So the original plan was to, pick a
Mm-hmm.
major or a
Yeah.
university that's specialized,
Mm,
in all of these fields. But as it
mm,
turns out, at the time of picking a university, it became much more difficult than you actually anticipated. And why is that?
mm.
Well,
Yeah.
because you slowly realize that there was not a clear future, prospect for all
Mm,
of these majors that you're planning to choose.
mm,
So you wanted to explore different things, right? And you ended up
mm,
choosing physics instead
mm,
because you saw a
mm.
lot of potential with, space programs or engineering or whatever the case. Yeah.
Yes,
And
right.
that's how you describe it,
How
the
difficult
decision
it
of being,
is. Yeah.
yeah.
And a hard situation. Yeah. So at that time when I was telling you, actually, like just try to make up my mind to have something to tell you because I still didn't make like didn't
And that's good. That's
ha-
good practice. Because you
Yeah.
should put yourself in that situation where you don't have any preparation, then just start from the beginning, before
Okay.
the fact actually happens, before you make the
Yeah.
decisions.
So after hearing you talking about that, then I just realized that there was a typical situation in which I had to make a decision, choosing between whether I go for the original road or I have to pivot to another one. So
Mhm.
basically, at that time, when if I remember correctly, then it was that I was at grade 11. At that time, I was in the team for the gifted student for the I don't know whether the word correct, but like computer science.
Try not to
Computers.
complicate it. Keep it
Okay.
simple.
Okay. So I was in a team for the gifted student,
Uh-huh.
studying about computer science.
Sure.
So at that time, I like my original plan was like to study the computer science to a level that I can master it, and then I can apply for the national exam to get a good score, and
Apply
then
for the national exam? That doesn't make
um,
sense.
yeah,
To get
good
a good
enough
score
to
in the
take
national exam.
good, yeah, in the national exam so that I can get a prize, which is good, which would give me the
Prize?
permission to go in the university. Can I say that?
Not a prize, no. Get
No, okay.
entrance into, get acceptance, get approved, get
Get
admitted,
approved. Yeah, right. So basically, that
gain acceptance. No.
when you took a national exam and then you got a position in it, is it?
Hmm.
Yeah. You got a position in that exam, then you will got acceptance.
Position?
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
it's not
no,
position in the exam.
you won't.
You just say pass the exam, right? Simple.
Pass. It's not kind of pass exam because a competition. You know, national. Yeah, it's kind of a national kỳ thi quốc gia ấy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pass
So
it mean you get a higher score than the score required for to enter the university.
no. Kind of theo thứ hạng ấy, Hiếu, nghĩa là giải nhất quốc gia, giải nhì quốc gia, giải ba quốc gia, những cái giải đó thì được tuyển thẳng đại học ấy, kiểu kỳ thi quốc
Oh,
gia.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
story
kinds.
is more complicated than I initially anticipated.
Yeah,
Anyway, keep
so
going.
basically that's kind of a
So
competition.
I think you
Not,
should preface first by
uh,
saying that in order to get into universities,
mm,
there are different ways, and one of those ways
uh,
is to win a national competition. Then you can
uh,
be waived of taking the national exam
okay.
on the
Oh,
graduation exam. Sorry.
graduation is there. Okay. So
Instead of taking the graduation exam, if you were to be one of the top 10 students to
mm,
win the national prize, right, for high school
mm,
students, you are
mm,
automatically granted a place at any given
and
university of your choice, right?
mm, yes, that's right.
Okay,
So
so maybe the explanation needs to come first before you start your story.
yeah, that's right. It's yeah, because of that, then my original plans is to work my ass off and then to
Uh-huh.
apply for that national competition.
Oh,
However, I got dismissed at the final stage before I enter the competition. And at that time,
okay.
during that time,
Dismissed? Why?
yes,
What happened?
because like my score wasn't high enough to get to be in the team of for the final stage.
Oh, okay.
uh, yeah so at that time I felt
Like the
completely.
minimum requirement, right? Yeah.
Yes, the minimum actually
The-
because like the other performed better than me, so that they got a higher
uh,
score, so in
okay, so
this
you can
competition.
explain it like this.
uh,
All the candidates or potential candidates
uh,
are put into a pool, right?
okay.
And it's a pool of about, you need to be more specific. It's a
uh,
pool of about 20% potential candidates to pick out only five of them
uh,
to enter the main competition. Okay, so
uh,
my chances are like 20%, so it's quite slim,
uh,
you know.
uh,
And after working my asses off or working really really hard for it, I
mm,
did not meet the top five. Okay,
mm,
which meant that I didn't, you know.
yeah,
But the story is turning into something else completely different. It's not about difficult decisions anymore. It's about
yeah,
how to get into the competition, how difficult it is
yeah,
to get into.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to a different direction. It's not
I
answering
need
the
to
question.
like I need to shorten the story. So basically, at that time, I was in the gifted, I was in the gifted. Sorry, in the team for gifted
Keep the
students.
focus on the difficulty of the decision. Okay.
Okay, so at that time, I was quite good at computer science. So
Mhm.
originally, I intended to go for that way, but it turned out that I wasn't good enough to be accepted into the team of gifted students. And at that
Uh-huh.
time, I felt completely upset about myself. Then I
Upset, not upset.
pivoted. Upset. I feel upset about myself. So I
Upset,
pivot.
and then second
And then,
syllable.
okay, I feel completely upset about myself. So
Uh-huh.
I just pivoted to another road, which is go directly to the national entrance exams, and which
Uh-huh.
means that I need to study for three main subjects. And I chose to study for English, math, and literature. Oh, sorry, physics. I mean, so at that time, I wasn't quite ready for the test, because like for the previous years, I just focused completely on like my computer science career. And that's the reason
Mhm.
why I need to work my ass off every single day, day in and day out. I am to the
Don't
point
repeat
where,
different phrases for the same meaning.
all
Every
right,
single day, day in, day out, it's the same
okay,
thing.
yes,
Don't
all
repeat
right,
it. It seems
mm,
like you're trying too much to impress with words. That's a very
mm,
bad habit.
yeah, all right. So I
Okay, so what
so
happens after that? Did
after
you
that,
pass the
then
test?
so the day the day that I um I need to focus on the difficult decision. So I it was really difficult for me at that time, because uh like instead of having a 2 year preparation, now I just have a few months to do so. And
Mhm.
that's the reason why I need to burn the last night, the midnight oil, before I
Okay,
took
stayed up all night.
the yeah, before I took the test. I did take another mock test, and my score wasn't good enough to to apply for my dream university. I was quite worried at that time.
Mhm.
However, I couldn't change my decision at the last moment. So what I did is just I go for it, or I went for it, I should say. And it turned out that the final test was much easier than I expected, and because of that, it wasn't, even though it wasn't like easy like a piece of cake, but at the same time, I could do it quite, easily. So anyway, at the end of the day, I got accepted to Foreign Trade University, which is the university that I aimed at from the beginning, and I was just
I am from the beginning.
yeah, I aimed from the beginning.
Aimed. I wanted to
Yeah,
get into. I aimed
I
for
yeah, I aimed for
at the beginning. Okay.
yeah, yeah, I aimed for at the beginning. I aimed
Initially
for
aimed for. Okay.
yeah, initially aimed for at the beginning, and like I burst with enjoyment at that time, and my family was completely blown away because of my result.
Burst in, not burst with. Okay.
Oh, I was burst. I was
Burst
burst
in joy. Bursted
in
in joy or something.
burst in yeah,
Joy.
burst in
Or
joy.
just say I
Yeah,
was very happy. I was extremely happy. Okay. I was
yeah,
overjoyed.
yeah. I
It's
was
okay.
yeah, that's right.
Keep it
That
simple.
feeling, right?
Uh-huh.
That be and yeah, especially my family, they didn't thought that I could pass the exam because like I just have so little time for the preparation. So that is the story that I guess I couldn't forget.
Okay, yeah, it's an interesting story, but it's obviously too long. Took too long to
Yes.
get to the meat of the story.
Yeah. The more I talk and the more that I can think of the ideas actually. Still couldn't make up my mind so quickly. I think I lack of practice.
Be more decisive and choose, plan clearly, get to the focus of the answer exactly what they are asking.
Mm,
No need to dabble around too much.
okay, sure.
Okay, so that's one
Yeah.
topic. What else?
Let's see. I think like it has kind of like following up question. So let's see what following following up question it has. Number 10, right? All right, here. So like I think like we here we can talk about this part 3 questions. You can ask me a question and I'll try my best to answer it. By the way, you can also ask a follow-up question so that I can be put in the
Uh-huh.
hard typical decision. I know difficult situation, I must say.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what kinds of decisions do young people have to make
Hmm.
typically?
Let me see about that. Young people. So before when talking about young people, I want to define there are two group of that term. First, that be before 20, and then it's like after 20. So before
Mm,
20, obviously those kind of people they should be students. The majority of them, and
obviously.
because of and because of that, they need to like the biggest decision they need to make is about what to learn and what job they're gonna pursue in the future.
Uh-huh.
So that's the reason why I believe that I what should I say now? Okay, so that's the biggest. I should stop at the biggest. The biggest decision is to decide what job they should pursue in the future. How about
Okay.
the second group of people? So most of them, I believe that they just finished the graduation, the university graduation, and because of that, they
Finish the graduation? That makes no
no,
sense.
that makes that doesn't make sense. So the second group are the ones who just graduate from university. So
Uh-huh.
uh,
Typically at this age, they would have
uh,
already finished their university studies,
yes,
right?
yes,
You have to be
yeah.
flexible. Don't say if you already said finish, forget the word graduate. Okay, you can say
Oh,
university studies. Don't try
okay,
to add the word graduate no matter what. That just causes
okay.
more grammar mistakes.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Mm. And don't
So,
think the word graduate will have a higher score
mm,
than the word finish. It's the same thing, the same idea.
yeah, that's right. So yeah, as you just said, then I just
Okay.
finished the so like the second group are the one who just finished the university and they had to
Mm. You need better
go for it.
transition though. As
Uh,
for the ones who are over 20s, they typically
as
have already graduated, are
uh,
the ones who have already graduated from university, and the main
okay,
decision that they have to make are blah blah blah.
okay. As for the one, as for uh,
As for, yeah,
okay,
I taught you this phrase.
okay, yeah. I don't use it frequently, so it's a little
No problem.
yeah. All right. So as for the one who just finished the university, so they typically have to make the decision about the job they want to pursue in the future, and because of that, then some of them should be in the dilemma between whether they will work in the industry that they study
Uh,
about or in
so
the
there's no difference.
uh,
It's no different between the one under 20 and the one over 20.
uh
You just said the one under 20 is about careers. Now
yeah,
the one over 20 is still about careers. It's no difference. Why divide them into
yeah.
two groups? What's the point?
Like, let me see.
Right?
Yeah.
So you need to change the first part of your answer into not about career, or maybe it can be about careers, but
mm,
now after over 20, you start to think about making a family or something,
mm.
relationships.
Yes,
Ex-
that's right. Mm,
Or the
mm,
first part, before you're 20, could be about choosing career.
mm.
But now
Choosing
after
the
20 is
mm,
about enhancing your, expanding, developing your career, right?
uh,
Or
yeah.
maybe some family stuff, relationships. It's got to be
Mm,
something different. Otherwise, there's no need to compare the two groups.
mm. You're right. I think that the first group of people, they normally they just decide what school they want to study at.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one, they're more kind of clear. They are like they have a clearer mind or clearer. Uh, oh shit,
Choose
shit.
one.
Yeah. To another one. So they
Choose
they
one phrase and commit to it.
oh really? Okay. So so for the second one, um,
Uh-huh.
they know what to they know what uh, they studied about, and they know that what they want to work in the future. Or some of them know, or some of them still don't. But in at this stage of age, they need to make a decision what job they want to pursue in a couple of years, or in the
Uh-huh.
5 year period, 10 year period.
Mm.
Hmm.
And can you give me an example? What are you thinking
Yeah.
of?
Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking about example. So for example, like myself, I use a typical example for this. When I was a high school student, the only thing that I think of is that what university I'm gonna study. And at that time,
No, it's
um,
probably not best to give a personal example.
oh, you really?
Give me a
Okay,
general example.
general example. So for example, there's a still. What should I say about it then? For example, a student, in a high school student, who are completely passionate about biology. So maybe he will
Uh,
study. He will apply for the university. Um, to learn about how to become a doctor, how to become a good doctor. Shit, I repeat myself. Okay, so but anyway, he just learned. He applied for a university to learn how to become a doctor. But
mm.
after learning, uh, like uh, uh, after
I
learning
think the
that,
best thing you can do for this question is just not divide anything at all. Speak as
uh-huh,
for young people in general, because
uh,
both of your answers, or two parts of your answer, are all about careers. There's no need to separate them.
hmm, okay, uh, yeah. So young people, so I think like young people, because like young people, when young people, they are two group of people that of this time, you see, like one's for student and one for the one who just graduated from university. So I kind of confused when I put those two kind of quite different group into one to talk about them. You cannot talk about like some student want to make a lot of money, because the only
Yeah.
thing they just scared of is just like what they want to learn, and whether that university is interesting enough to study about. But
No,
when
they start thinking about careers already. What career they want to follow,
mm,
and choose the right university that can help them to get a good career out of it.
okay,
It's all about
so
career. At the end of the day, it's still the same thing.
it's
And
still the
you're
same
making
thing.
it hard for yourself to separate them and then find differences, smaller differences
Mm,
in that career idea, which is even harder.
mm,
The
yeah.
problem is still trying to complicate ideas. You need simpler ideas
Mm,
and complex language. You don't need complex ideas. You need simple ideas with complex language.
oh,
Not
sorry, I
complex
lost that.
ideas,
Not complex idea. Okay,
not complex, simple
okay, so
ideas with
simple
complex
idea,
language.
complex language. Okay,
What you are doing now is complex ideas and complicated language.
okay, huh. All right. Okay. Let me see. So let's go with your proposal then. A majority of young people, they have to make up the decision in terms of what they want to, what career they want to pursue in the future. So,
Mhm.
for example, even a student that you are studying in school or university, you still have to think
Choose
about
one.
the
See, your
future.
problem is still school or university, right?
Uh,
Don't separate too much. Just focus on
ah,
one and talk about one. Okay.
okay,
Imagine you
got
talk
it.
about university student. Imagine
Mm,
if you choose to talk about a high school student. Choose one. Don't
okay,
list.
okay. Choose one. Don't list. All right. So, yeah. So even you are a student, especially the one who's studying at university, you still need to
Uh-huh.
have a plan for your future. You need to
Mhm.
plan for the job that you want to do, the money that you want to earn. Now for the one who just graduate from university, like you have to think seriously about the job because if you stop learning already, so the only thing that you can do is
Mm,
that you go directly to the labor market.
okay. But you should develop deeper with the idea. They should
Oh,
so at this age they often choose or have spend time on choosing the right university or career they want to
mm,
follow, right?
mm.
And give examples. Okay.
For like, but what kind of
I know.
example here? I don't think I know
Focus on one career. Is
one
it
career.
business? Is it
Hmm.
becoming a teacher? Is it
Okay,
choose one?
choose
That's
one.
the whole point of an example.
Okay, so for example, a student who study in a business management, he will
Mm.
go directly to So I need to like have some review first. Like for example, there is a student who are passionate
There's
about
a
making
student?
money.
No.
No,
There's
not
one
like that.
student. You don't talk about one student. You talk about students in general. So I
Okay.
think for the student who study business
Ah,
management, right?
okay. Hmm. I think
So for
so.
students pursuing business management, they
Can.
often think
Hmm,
about or make decisions about whether they want
hmm,
to focus on accounting,
hmm,
marketing, or finance. Both of these, or all of these fields, have very high income or high ceiling.
hmm.
Yeah. So that's an example.
Okay. Well, all right. So, um, uh, hmm. So for students who are passionate about making money, maybe he will choose to study about business
Passionate?
management.
No, that's a bit weird. Nobody is
Yeah.
about passionate about making money.
All right. Okay. So,
That's not a
so
passion. It sounds a bit strange. People are
okay.
not passionate about making money. It's the necessity to, a, it's a necessary thing to do in order to
Mm,
get the things that they want, like buying a fancy car or expensive
mm,
clothing or
mm,
things like that. So making money is not the actual passion, but getting all of these, a well fulfilled life
mm,
is the ultimate goal here.
mm. Okay. So, so for students who study in business management, after they finish their studying at university, they will then go directly to the labor market. So they work for a hostel or to manage the process and uh,
Huh?
and yeah so
Do,
they
do
need
you
to
remember the
choose.
question?
Yeah, so
Question
what
is
kind of
decisions.
yeah. So like they need to make a decision what companies that they need to go for.
Yes, that's how you answer the question. That is
Uh,
topic development. Okay, don't give random examples. It doesn't answer the question.
hmm, yeah. Okay.
Always
And should
remember
I
the
stop?
question.
So when I answer, like they need to make a decision about choosing the company that they need to work for.
Yeah.
So should I stop at that or I need to develop more?
If you have more ideas, then feel free to develop more.
Oh,
Like
okay.
what kind of decisions they need to make.
Um,
There's a lot of things to consider when it comes to choosing a company, right? You
yeah.
may you may favor a closer distance
Uh,
over salary, or
mm,
maybe you're willing to sacrifice receiving a lower salary at the
mm,
beginning in order to
mm,
gain more experience and exposure working in different areas of the company. Whatever the
mm,
case, right? Bringing it,
mm,
you need to explain different elements or different factors for consideration
mm,
when choosing a job, and then
mm,
those are things. Put yourself in a shoe
mm,
of a person who just graduated. Then
mm,
what kind of decisions that he needs to make?
mm.
The more specific, the better.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Point taken. Note it down. Yes. After this, I will do some recording. I will send it to you. You don't have to listen to it. Don't worry. It's just like
Mhm.
doing the homework. Okay. Yes.
Sure.
Sure. So, should we move to the next question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what kind of decisions that people have to make every day?
Oh, I think it's really, it is different from person to person.
Hmm.
For example, for ladies, especially for the housewives, the men or a majority of decision they usually make in their lives should be about like the food they're gonna make for the family at that day,
Uh-huh.
or so most of the time it's about like taking care of their family. Whereas the men are the one who need to go out and like bring the bread on the table, and because of that they need to find a way uh, to earn more money. For example, like if a man who is a father, so for example, men with family, they had to, if they want to support for a family with many children, so
Hmm.
they cannot just work at one company. Like they need to to take the extra jobs, do some side hustle, such as like doing the freelancer or like selling things online, as many people are just doing right now.
As the many
Uh,
people
as
are doing right now.
as many people are doing right now. Is this grammatically
Similar to
correct?
the ways that people, it's pretty much the same as others.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much the same as others.
Mm. It's the same as others, right? And
Mm.
bring the bread to the table is a very strange expression. You could
Title,
just say bread winner, okay, or
breadwinner.
provide for the family. Simple
Yeah.
phrases like that.
So for the men who are the breadwinner of the family,
Men,
blah, blah.
they're typically the breadwinner of the families, right? So,
Typically, yeah,
in order
that's
to
right.
provide for the wives and the kids, they probably need to make different decisions when it comes to their career, whether
Mm,
it may be how to advance in their current position,
mm.
or decide to take on a few more jobs in the evening for additional income sources, things like that. Those are
Okay,
kind of the
additional
decisions
income
that they need to
sources.
make,
Mm, yes.
right? To
Mm,
have additional income,
mm.
basically. Okay. Next question. Mm, what do you think about the people who make decisions without seeking advice from others?
Hmm. Let me think about that. I don't think it's a good idea to do so.
Okay.
So first and foremost, yeah, obviously when you do something on your own, you can learn from that, especially with the thing that you just do at the first time. Uh, However, look at other hand that you can see that
Look at
it
other hands.
yeah. On the other hand. Yeah. So
Yeah.
on the other hand, however, on the other hand, you the likelihood of you losing the opportunity or making
What
mistake is
opportunity?
much higher comparing to the one who seek for the advice from the other. And for example, like
Losing the opportunity to make mistakes? Huh?
or
That makes no
losing
sense.
an opportunity or making the likelihood of you losing that opportunity or making mistake.
That makes no
Uh,
sense.
that make no sense. Okay. So the likelihood of
You can just
you,
say that you're more likely to make mistakes. That's
yeah.
it. Keep it simple.
All right. So you're more likely to make mistake.
Uh-huh.
For example, I you want to after you graduate from
That's
university.
probably not. It's not necessary to give an example here. Just move on to the second part of the idea.
Okay.
When you seek advice from other people, answer is already long enough.
Okay. Okay. So when I compare to when I make a comparison, then maybe it's
Mhm.
long enough and well developed enough
In
to
this case, it is. Yeah,
it is in this case.
it's
Okay.
well developed enough in order
Mm,
without an example.
okay. So yeah, you are more likely to make a mistake.
Right? Okay. But however, if you were to ask for different suggestions from others, then what?
You are asked or you ask.
You were to ask.
You were to ask. Okay. Question again, please.
Yeah. So if you were to ask the second part of the answer, if you were to ask the advice from others, then what? What's the benefit here?
Uh, okay. Okay, so first of all, the the grammatical point of word to ask, I'm not pretty sure. Like I get it.
The second conditional.
If you were to ask,
If you were to
okay,
ask, yeah,
okay. It's mean like you have to ask, right?
you have to know. If you
No,
were to ask,
were
it's
to ask.
conditional. Supposedly, if you were to ask somebody to go out with you.
Okay, were to ask. Interesting. I need to note it down. I'm not sure that I understand it correctly. All right, yeah. Anyway, if I were to ask somebody for their advice, then I believe
Hmm.
that I can like uh, get another viewpoint for the certain topics. So, for example, I'm not sure about the job that I want to study, and the job that I want to pursue, whether the salary is good enough, whether it's suitable to me, then I can ask for someone who work in
Inform you.
that job.
Mhm.
Yeah, and maybe he can give me some insights about the job and also like the thing that it is not popular out there in the market. So I guess like that's the advantage that you can get from asking for the advice from the other.
Uh-huh. Okay. Mm, do you think that some people can make decisions without asking the advice of others?
Oh yes, of course. I believe that the one who experienced enough will be able to make the decision independently. For
Hmm.
example, the boss of a company who had experienced so many up and down
Ups
would
and
be
down. It's plural.
ah ups and down would be able to make some
Ups and down. What
sensible
ups and down of the company, or
like
what kind of ups and
who
down?
experienced many ups and downs um, of
In
the
their business or
business.
in their life or give me
Yeah,
specific here.
in the business.
Hmm.
Like the one who had gone through many ups and downs in the business would be able to make many sensible decisions in terms of business.
Hmm. Without
Okay.
asking others. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can make their own informed decisions based on their past experience
Mm-mm.
already without asking or seeking help from others. Mm.
Yes.
And
Mm.
sometimes when when you're experienced and asking and you still seek advice from others, it may even backfire, okay, and
That's
bring
right. Hello?
what just happened.
I'm not sure. Maybe it just a drop of the Wi-Fi, but now it's good. It's good. I can hear you now.
Yeah, anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, in a rare case you can those in a higher level positions like this
Mm,
with
mm,
a lot of past experiences dealing with difficult decisions,
mm,
then they are quite experienced and they don't need help from others anymore.
mm,
You know, and it may even backfire if you ask for the opinions of too many others. It
mm.
makes you slowly lose the belief of your original um, idea
Okay. Yeah.
sometimes, which
Yeah.
can be pretty bad.
Mm.
Okay. Speaking of children now, do you think it's necessary for children, kids, to make decisions by themselves?
Oh, obviously. Yeah. The children, if they are given the choice to make the decision on their own and learn
Mm,
from the mistake, is I believe those are the one who will learn faster than the comparison group, um,
comparison.
who don't do so. So who yeah, like I
Huh?
think like the one who got the chance to make the mistake and the comparison group who don't. Yeah,
Comparison group? What the hell? Who?
the the group like who don't have the chance. Can I say so? Okay, so
You just create a term out of nowhere like that? Do
nah,
you often do that?
comparison group. I read the books. I read from books.
I'm not saying the term doesn't exist,
Ah,
but how is it appropriate here? Comparison group.
like the one who don't. No.
What group? Who you are comparing to? You haven't even
Uh
mentioned any two groups, and now you suddenly
okay.
drop a phrase like that.
Uh
Like, huh?
I should say like this. So the children who are given the opportunity to make mistake to make the decision on their own and learn from their mistakes will will learn faster than the one who don't.
Learn faster?
So
How?
yeah, so for example, if you are so for example the you go on a bike, and if you are if your family just stay by your side, like your for example your mother just stay by your side, and yeah, like whenever you want to make a decision, you ask your mother, should I do it? And then you couldn't learn by yourself. But that's not the way that we learn how to ride a bike. We just go with the flow, and then like let our body just move automatically. Sometimes we fall off the bike on the road, but then we just stand up and learn from the mistake. I think that's the best way to learn something.
Oh, okay. A bit complicated. Repeating the first part, like repeating.
Uh,
Learn from your mistakes. Okay,
yeah.
that's isn't it the first part you already mentioned in the main point, and then you go back to it again. It's a bit
Oh,
unnecessary.
mm. Yeah, I should say so. I should say, okay, you just okay, so you fell off, and then you just stand up and like keep moving, keep trying, like until the point that you can totally master it.
Master the bike.
Um, until that you can, yeah. What's the better word then?
Keep balance. Okay, when riding a
Ah,
bike.
yeah, yeah. Until that
That's
you,
look at the
yeah.
language. The word master doesn't mean anything here, right?
Oh,
But keeping balance when riding a bike, no, that's very specific because I can imagine in my head what the
mm,
kid does.
yeah,
Okay,
right.
the focus on language that is clear, is vivid,
Mm,
descriptive, describes to me what that is instead of just general one. Master, what do you mean by master?
Okay.
Master a bike or
Okay.
bike riding? Right?
Yeah, I got it. Is
Change
it
the
like
language, more descriptive.
okay? Yes.
Okay. So, do you feel like young people nowadays can be easily influenced to make decisions?
Yeah, I believe so. So first and
Okay.
foremost, children nowadays they are
Young people, not your children.
yeah, young. Okay, so youngster nowadays they are exposed to a wide range of content on many platforms ranging from YouTube, Facebook to TikTok, and because
Wrong.
of that,
Content.
yeah,
YouTube is not a
content,
content, it's a platform.
yeah, wide range of platforms. They
Wide
are
range of content on social
on
media platforms.
yeah, right. So I gotta say
Be
it
careful
again.
when you list.
List. Right. I need to focus on one. So then I would say, like youngster nowadays, they are exposed to a many contents on various platforms, especially
Uh-huh.
YouTube. You know, so because of that, yeah, like their decision somehow are informed by the celebrity they followed on the YouTube. Um, for example, if someone who uh, are or who is very interested in music, like there's some musician on the YouTube, and maybe the way that they learn how
Remember
to
the
play
question.
YouTube.
You're not answering the question.
Oh yeah, shit. All right. Uh, so if they so for example if if one who
What
if one
decisions and how can it be influenced?
yeah, so for example if someone who are very interested in music and want to choose what kind of music, what school of music they want to study, maybe they will go on the YouTube and they will check they will watch the information. What I want to say anyway, like I want to so that
Think.
guy
Slow down
um
and think.
so if someone to want to learn, oh shit, I
What
lose it.
decisions and how can it be influenced?
Yeah, let me slow down. So if a youngster like is want to study uh or what let me see. So let me yeah. So if like a youngster who want to dress impressively, maybe that he will go on the YouTube and then like binge watch a list of videos which is about fashion. Then he will
Mm.
come up with an idea of how to dressing himself,
How to dressing?
how to dress, yeah, how to dress.
Okay. We'll copy the style and learn how to
Yeah,
dress better. Mm.
yes.
Now compare it to an old person. Why would they not be influenced by this?
The old people obviously they don't spend that much of time on YouTube, maybe because they
Assuming if they do.
okay. So assuming that assuming that the elders will who spends a lot of time on YouTube, but most of the time uh maybe like they are retired, so they don't need
Yeah.
to dress impressively to the order. I believe that those one who will be more interested in the other deeper topics such as about
Huh?
spirituality. Is it a word?
Yeah. It is.
Spiritual. Yeah, it's spirituality and
Spirituality, yeah.
yeah, spirituality. Oh, sick fucking
What does that
word.
have to do with?
Okay, and yeah, and because of that, then we are talking about decision, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So basically, maybe like
Why are old people less likely to be influenced? Why?
okay. So first of all,
They see the
they
same,
are
assuming that they see the same content, right?
this yeah.
On YouTube.
So first
Why
of
are
all,
they less likely to be influenced?
they are the more experienced, and they know more about themselves than the youngers. And because of that,
Experience with what?
yeah, experience about themselves. So, for example,
Uh-huh.
through their work and their life, they know more about themselves. They know what they like and
Okay.
they know what they don't like, what suits them and what
Remember the
don't.
example about clothing, okay?
Okay,
Don't add examples like work. It makes no sense.
yes. So, assuming that talking about uh,
I'll give you an
the
example in this
elders,
case, so
yeah,
you'll be clear how to develop this idea.
yeah,
Okay, so an old person
mm,
with their life experiences, right?
mm,
Then after all these years of going out, meeting people, I assume that they have already developed a sense of style over the years, right?
mm,
So it really doesn't matter how many videos that they see on YouTube about the current trends of fashion.
mm,
Is very less likely, or very um or I think it's quite likely that they won't be influenced by all of these new trends of, you know, dressing differently to impress. Okay,
mm,
these trends are often more suitable for young people because
mm,
at their age, right, they still don't know themselves quite well and still in the stage of developing a sense of style or sense of
mm,
fashion.
mm,
So they're trying on different things to see what works, to see what would catch the attention of others
mm,
and things like that. Okay, so
yes.
compare it. A sense of style, sense of fashion. That's the idea you can go for here.
Mm, yes. Okay. So I think like your idea is yeah, really persuasive. Should I like try another idea or like just say it again in my way?
Sure. So make it
Uh,
perfect. As long as it is a better answer than the previous one, then it's okay.
okay. Okay. Hmm. Let me see. So yeah, I agree. Like what you just said is correct. Like the like older people or who experience so many things in their life, maybe they like go to many places and do many things.
Mm.
They have tried on so many clothes on their own on their body, and then they realize that there's someone that really suit them, and some just don't. And also like because of that experience, they already develop a sense of fashion in their mind. So it's really hard to change like that taste. However, comparing to those kind of group, younger people are easily affected by the extraneous information out there. Like they consume a lot of information on YouTube, and they might be eager to get it, give it a try on their own, so to see whether it suits them or not. So because of that, they are like more likely to make a decision on changing the outfits.
Changing the outfits. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the core of the answer right there. Is to compare the sense of fashion.
Mm. Yes.
Okay, that's all the questions for part three.
Yeah. All right. Wow. That's really quick, right? Oh gosh. Yeah. I think like how do you feel now? Like, do you feel tired?
No.
Okay, I'm sure that you, yeah. But like, I think that you need to rest for tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow you are busy.
Sure. Everybody needs to rest.
All right, yeah. So, thank you very much for your time. How can I pay for you? Like, please let me know. How can I want to not just like a benefit taker, just not be here like to like exploit you, but like I really want to pay you back. So
Okay, just
tell me,
score a really high score in the IELTS exam.
what is the high score to you?
It's higher than the last one.
The last one I got 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I can get it again, Oh my gosh. The last time I don't even know why that they just gave me that high score. It was suck, like I repetitive myself a lot. It was repetitive a lot. And then I like I lack of idea a lot. I don't even know why, Yeah. You didn't learn how to develop the idea also. So anyway, uh higher than 7.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just get an
So
8 overall. I mean,
okay. So 1 or 2 is okay, right?
sure.
Sure. Okay, I'll do my best then. Okay. Really
Okay, good.
appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Peace. Hey, anyway, by the way, because like I remember that you are interested in investment. These days, do you follow the news?
Yeah. What news?
News about investment market, like the stock market, which experienced a crash over the course of 3 months.
Sure.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's time to
It's
buy
horrible.
more. Everything
Yeah.
is cheap.
Do you want to talk about it, or okay, just tell me later? Yeah. So if you want to talk about investment, if you want to talk about like those kind of business stuff, then yeah,
No, I
I'm
don't.
really happy to talk about that.
I just want to focus on teaching
Ooh.
and let the investment stuff works itself out in
Oh,
the future.
like do you still invest now?
Yeah. I'm going to keep investing more and more.
Like where? Like in the American stock market or what?
No, in Vietnam. Why would I go
Vietnam?
for the American stock market?
I don't know. The last time you showed me that you were studying about that, right? Don't you
I
tell
don't
me you
understand
forget?
anything about the American companies.
Really? Okay, that's right. Also, what company are you looking at right now?
Not looking at any company really.
Are you still investing?
I just put money in and leave it there. I don't even look at it.
Ooh, and like
I look back at it in 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, but I don't look at
wow,
it every day. I don't care.
oh shit. Wow, you're such a great investor, by the way. Like, where do you learn investing from? Like, you read?
Books, videos,
Okay.
YouTube videos.
Wow, that's nice. What's your portfolio?
Where is my portfolio?
What is
What do
your
you mean by what?
portfolio? Like portfolio,
What do you,
then like what stocks do you invest in? Like you invested in HPG, F
H?
HPG.
Oh, Hòa Phát, Hòa Phát.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, a little bit.
FPT. No, FTR. No, FRT. I guess it's FRT. Yeah. Do you know
No.
FRT?
What's wrong with
Oh,
that one?
no, it's not that. There's nothing wrong with that because it's just so good. It's a good return on investment, Yeah. So over the course
It's
of three
increasing.
months, yes, a
Oh,
lot. Like since the last time, like even though the stock market crashed down, but
uh-huh.
like it just lose like not even half. But then some other stock like maybe losing like 50, 70, 90%. It doesn't.
Mm.
Yeah. Just look at this. Oh, this So it's a good company. You know this company, right? FPT?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. With Long Châu, right?
Do,
Pharmacy brain.
do you invest in FPT?
No, I don't. I invest in another ones.
Which one?
Yeah. I
Which field?
Like in real estate. I know that what you were thinking, but I will explain it later. Real
Thinking
estate,
anything.
really? Real estate and in the coal. Oh no, coal,
Coal.
coal industry.
So
Yeah.
energy and everything. You think that we're
Yeah.
gonna run out of energy or lack of energy, and you buy more of it? Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the biggest reason is that sooner or later we need to raise the price for the coal, and the one who and I just invest in the one who which didn't get much attention from the public. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand anything about coal, so I don't invest in it.
Yeah, I
But good
agree.
luck to you. You know.
You too. You're
But
so lucky.
I only invest in the things that I understand. Like I understand a little bit about banking,
Okay.
retail,
Okay.
some production companies, like they
Uh,
produce wood and
uh,
stones and ship
uh,
overseas, you know.
uh. Yes. Yes.
But with the current market crash, I mean, all stocks drop, and it's normal. It's just an opportunity to buy more. People often
Uh,
laugh when you buy stock like fat or things like that. But is it the time to sell or to buy, right? Then if it's the
mhm.
time to buy, then why are you laughing? There's nothing funny about it, you know? It's just better opportunity to increase your profit. But it's different opinion, of course. If you don't think that Hafat is a good company, then you sell. That's fine.
Mm.
It's different
So
opinions.
some people
Who knows
say
what the
that.
future might hold? Yeah.
Yeah, no one know that. Yeah. Well, talking with you is such relaxing time. So thank you very much. Yeah, what you asked for. I did the only thing I can say that I will
I
we
shall
work my ass
receive.
off. Yeah. What again? What?
Yeah, what you ask for is what you shall receive.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah, do my best, work my ass off then. Okay, so
Okay. Try to
uh,
fix the mistakes that you currently make, simplify the
yes,
language and the idea. Okay.
yeah, I'll work
And
on that.
yeah, okay. Well,
And what? And what? Yes, please. And
and it's nothing, I guess. Just I think your problem is still sometimes I've already given you some methods like comparison or contrast, stuff like that. But you need
uh,
to learn when to
uh,
use them. Not all the time, obviously. Like in the
mm,
case of comparing young people under 20 and over 20, it's a little too complicated for yourself
mm,
to unpack a complex idea like that. So if you
uh,
feel like it's hard, don't go for it. It just hurts more than it helps.
mm. Yeah, you're right. At that time, I exert myself too much. Yeah, thanks.
Mm,
So anyway, thank you very much. See ya. Take care, bro.
yeah, yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.